Hey guys, welcome to the stream.
Green flag,
Oh, they're gonna give me a drive-through penalty. Let's just take that right now. Being out of position, completely understand. So, straight through. Now we go. And this is not the best start to this race at all, but I can already foresee it being an absolute bloodbath. So we'll see what happens after Curvy Grande. I'm already starting to catch up to people. Oh! Y'all saw that! Y'all saw that! I know y'all saw that! I didn't think the car would step out there, but beautiful recovery. Yo! Whoa! No! Bro, there's no way. There's actually no way. There's actually no way.
7.58.
Oh yeah. Alright, Mercedes. Gravel trap, it might as well have been an oil slick. If anything, it accelerated me into the into that tire wall there. What's wrong? Not again, not again, no, 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 no! And you can see the tire. It's, oh my god. I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. Is it a skill issue? Chat, let me know something. My goodness, chat, is it a skill issue? Let me know. I think it is. At this point, I very much think it is. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very rare retirement by way of user error. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm scared, coach. I'm scared, coach. I hope the Ferrari don't do that too. I hope the Ferrari don't betray me. Ferrari. You see how this car just stayed glued to the ground? Yeah, the Mercedes didn't do that. We needed more brakes. We need more brakes. That was on TC6. Felt very, very good. Very, very fluid. Very scarry.
That time was a 1:43.42.
36. Bro. Bro, Maul, bro. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all, over on TikTok? How we doing? How we feeling? For those of y'all who had to watch what happened with the Mercedes, I'm very, very sorry. Very, very sorry for that. Alright, well, let's join up. We're on the Mount Ultimate, doing a little bit of sim racing. Got our Morad in his gloves. Daniel Morad, if you see this, let's work something out. Let's get a little sponsorship going. Yeah, sent the car into the wall. Was able to limp back. Came back around. First time I saved it. I keep going back to that. I saved it the first time. Next time I was not so lucky. Made it maybe one more lap out of the pits before I was dragging myself back to the pits again. But this time I wasn't able to. Messed up the engine, something in there was saying no. And moreover, we actually did lose a wheel. It almost hit a marshal. And I'm deeply sorry to the marshal that it almost hit. But he's still good. Still good. Listen. Excuse me. Making our way through Ascari right now. We're on the run up to Ascari. Hitting the brakes. Down into third gear. Onto the gas. And that's perfect. Autodromo Internazionale Monza, I believe is how you say it in Italian. Curva Grande layout, meaning we don't have that dreaded turn 1 and 2 chicane that everybody knows and loves so very, very much. It is just this long turn, aka the Curva Grande. Foot 2 and through the floor. As we prepare to go on a high-speed chase. Starting in P14. Putting on a speed limiter because we also got a drive-through.
Green flag.
Well, the drive-through was for being out of position. I was trying to configure something with the street. I get an okay start. I'm just gonna tuck in just like everybody else is doing. Oh. Everybody's still so bunched up for the most part. We lost P17 and P16, and I'm kind of in the middle of everything. Oh my goodness! And that would have just blown right through my windscreen. As somebody loses a tire, the BMW And after that risky move that he took on me, going into that first chicane, I can't exactly say I'm surprised he's gotten himself into more trouble. Before the end of the first lap, nothing but pure heartbreak, the same heartbreak we felt. Everybody feels it at some point. It's racing. And this is our first tried and true flying lap. I really need to get closer to that Porsche up ahead. The sooner I can get into that kind of slipstream train, the better. Especially trying to break the toe from these other guys. But I mean, they have their own train going on, and that's going to push them further up. But I think I am catching this Porsche at least just a little bit. You have that gap now down to 1.3, and they're all starting to bunch up together just a little bit. Yeah, it is a very large battle for these top spots, and I'm in P7, and I'm kind of away from it, but I'm right there with everybody. That gap's still 1.3, but it might grow as they continue to stay in tow with each other, and it does. They gain a tenth. But I go purple through sector 2, unfortunately get a baby track limits, but we're gonna be okay. I gain time on the cars ahead coming out of Ascari, and we're gonna see what the timetable stack up. How the timetable stack up, that is. They gain another 10 just from being in tow with each other, and that goes to show you how important it is that we get closer to these guys as we have. The gap now down to just under a second at 0.8, but that gap is going to go up just a little bit as I did not manage to get into the slipstream of that number, I don't know what car number it is, but that 992 Porsche GT3R. And up the inside, he looks to go on that Mercedes, and up the inside and around the outside, he's going to have to go, getting it done before the braking zone. And now it's my turn as the Mercedes makes a mistake. And this mid-engine platform just a little bit better suited for this part of the track as he misses braking zone ever so slightly, and I am now sniffing his diffuser. Just gonna put pressure on him, just stay right kind of in the middle, not really doing anything, kind of forcing him to make a decision as to what he's going to do and how he's going to defend. He does a great job of defending, and I tuck in right behind him. And having a tow buddy is definitely going to be important. So I might just stay and tuck in and work with this guy for a second. Still in P7, but if I fight this guy too hard, especially on the straightaway, then I'm not going to get P6. The gap is 0.3 seconds currently. As we take that dip, you see that Mercedes drifting ever so slightly further out, and that's exactly what I was struggling with when I had to pilot that car. But this driver seems to have no problem with it as he stays ahead. And that working together has been beneficial. I run off just a little bit, but nothing too crazy, nothing we cannot come back from. But they're not going to like that one. 0.25 track limit warning points for Jay Brody in car number 86. Oh yeah, that's track limit. I definitely turned in too early. I'm not mad at that one. And I don't think they would have, because they doubled down. They came back and said, no, we're gonna give you more than a slap on the wrist for that. That's a slap in the face. So I've lost that Mercedes, and now we're going to see exactly what I was talking about and how important it is to stay within that toe. And that BMW all the while has still been gaining, and I didn't even see him as a threat before. He's starting to make himself a threat now. And through goes the BMW as I look to defend my position. Position defended successfully as I move on and attack the Porsche up ahead of Silica. I'm already starting to gain as we make our way into the scar before we even hit the brakes, and I'm already shaving off a tenth. That same tenth that I lose on the exit of Ascari, as I did not get it as smoothly as Silica did. That BMW is fast.
Lap 143.37.
When did I go off track? Let's get an instant replay of that one, chat. Silica found a 141. And the most I found is a 142.1. now the challenge is to just not let him get away from me. Because we've gotten away from the top 5, both of us. But I'm really just trying to stay with this guy, but that BMW is a faster car. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I'm saying it's faster. In a straight line, it's faster. That gear ratio is just, it works really well. I guess the BMW is running a different one, I don't know. And another track limit. I'm saying it won't surprise you if they give me a time penalty at this point, which would suck right now. It's getting hot in this hoodie though, I'll tell you that much for free. It's getting hot. We got 6 more minutes though, so I mean, it's fine.
That time was a 1:41.88.
Whoa. So 142.1. They're in the 141s. So these are the 141.4 just now off of Merit. Off pure pace. That is insane. Losing time in that exit specifically. And then I'm spending the rest of the lap trying to make up for it. Ooh, he had to do a splash and dash.
Lap 141.77.
On the last lap too, I know that hurts. And a 141.7 off of pure pace. So if y'all didn't catch what just happened, we just went from fighting for P6 to fighting for a podium. That just goes to show you it can all change just like that. Great job, Finelli. That was beautiful. And Siliker won the race. Wow. Siliker won the race. Congratulations. That's going to be all we got for today. Thank you all so much for everybody who tuned into the stream, no matter how long you tuned in for. We enjoyed having you here. We'll be back soon. Take care. Be safe. Peace.